you guys, my name is Kizzy with All About You Travel, and today I want to do something a little different. I want to do story time, tell you a little bit about a trip, a little piece of a trip that I took, to let you know how genuine and special when you go with All About You Travel, some of the things that we do. Well, this past February, I did a couples retreat, and we spent a weekend in the mountains. I had a house that was a 7-bedroom house, and each couple had their own room and their own bathroom. For Valentine's, I set up the whole ambiance of having Valentine's. It was couples, about couples and all of that. So on the first day we were there, we had a trip and we rented 4-wheelers. And I had a particular couple the night before we had a good time. We were drinking and having a very good time. And the next morning, one of the couple's husband could not make the activity. So the wife, that had never drove 4-wheelers before, said, "I don't care if he can't make it. I'm going to be there anyway." So we proceeded on to rent the 4-wheelers. Everybody paid their way, and we began on the trails. We went. It was that particular day, it was raining, so the trails were very wet. And again, we were in the mountains, so we actually went up and down. I mean, we went way up in the mountains, and we came down, and we seen, it was such a beautiful view while we were out there. And on our way back down, what we didn't know was that we were going to come into some very large areas of water. Well, the first big area of water we went through, I was in front of this particular lady, and the very first trail of water that we went through, it was not too bad, not too rough, but it was wet. So I know how to ride, so I kind of picked my feet up and went right on through it. And then she came behind me, and when she went through it, it was just like water had came all the way up to her butt. So then we went on. We had another one, and it was like a big river, like a big, large flow of water. And so when we came up there, I looked at her, and she looked at me, and she was like, "I cannot go through that water. I can't do it. I can't do it." And I'm like, "Yes, you can. You can do it. You can do it. Just do exactly what I do." So I took my 4-wheeler, and I went across the water real quick and just splashed on the other side. And then I yelled at her, wait, I want to video you. I'm on video. So I jumped off my 4-wheeler and put on the side. And then I gave her the okay to come across. And she came across, and she flew across, but water just went all on her pants and her boots and everywhere. When she came on, and you know, so the rest of the group that we had, because we had about, it was like six of us in a group or whatever, that we were following behind each other. So everybody came on through. So then we come on, we were at the end of the trail, so everybody comes around and gets off and come around and park their 4-wheeler. Then this one, she gets off her 4-wheeler, and she just started walking up towards the cabin. And I'm like, "Hey, where are you going? Where are you going?" And she just kept walking, and she kept walking. I said, "Hey, where are you going?" She said, my feet are freezing, my feet. I said, "Oh my God." I said, "What is wrong with your feet?" My feet. And so she turns around and she storms off. And when she storms off, I said, hey, come back. Where are you going? She was like, "I'm going to the house." I said, "But guess what? You still have your helmet on." She turned around, took the helmet off, threw it on the ground, and just kept on walking. Boy, it was so funny. Oh my God. It was so funny. But I will never forget that moment. And I don't believe she would ever forget that moment. But once we got back to the house, I'm like, "Why did you keep on going?" She was like, "All I can think of is that my feet was cold and my feet were going to freeze." And she was like, "I had to keep going back till we were literally like at least a 3-minute walk up up the hill to get to the place that we were. But she told me that was the best time she ever had. And boy, I'm just like, it was so funny. But like, that's the type of thing that, you know, I specialize in trips with people, even if you've never done anything, you know. But when you come with a group, or when you come with All About You Travel, I will make sure that you get through all these things, and you'll have things that you will remember, things to come back to be able to tell your family. Like she told me, and her husband told me, that next year they're gonna have people come with them on a trip because it was so memorable. So like, these are the things that, you know, if you want to be able to have a good time and have memories, I'm your girl. Call Kizzy at All About You Travel. After all that you've heard already, if you are planning a vacation, it doesn't matter whether it's corporate or if it's a family trip, or you planning your wedding, or, you know, you just want to get away for the weekend, I am the travel agent for you. Don't forget to call Kizzy with All About You Travel, the one girl that loves blue water vacations. Click below. Don't forget to click